Hi, my name is Anthony Brochu. I'm an AEMT with Hardwick Rescue, and today we'd like to show you a virtual tour of our ambulance and what we do to start our shift to make sure we have the proper equipment in case we need to go anywhere and help. So we'll start with this first cabinet. And if you look in here, we have our suction tool. It works. Our IO, in case we need a different way to administer fluids. We have an intubation kit that our paramedic uses, along with other paramedic tools up here. We have an IV kit, which inside has a variety of needle sizes and other equipment that we need to establish an IV or to assist us with administering medication. We have a mega mover here, which is essentially a blanket with handles. If we need to carry someone out, we can put them on this. Next we have our pediatric bag, which is similar to our adult first in bag, but it has some variations. Stuff that we would use for pediatrics that we wouldn't use on adults would be found in this, but it has some similarities. We have dressings for bleeding control and splint stuff. In this compartment here, we have our medication box. This has a variety of medications that, depending on your level, you can administer, but it has all the medications we need for our service. This is our first in bag for adults, and same thing as the pediatric. It's very similar, but it has some differences. We have cold packs, hot packs, dressings, stuff for splinting. So next here is our airway bag. This has everything we need if you need help breathing or we need to assist you with your breathing in any way. It's got some airways. In here it's got oxygen, a BVM in case we need to breathe for you, some nasal airway, some cannulas and non-rebreathers. Upper compartment here, we have some things. We've got our reflective vests and our laptop when we do our paperwork. So we keep walking around. We have a couple spare oxygen bottles here. Just make sure that the tabs are still on and everything's good. We look back here, we have a couple miscellaneous stuff. Let's get the light here. In here we have nose clips and thermometer, along with a variety of other things. So we come over here and we're just checking to make sure we have our basic stuff for airway. Again, just like we saw in that bag, we have a BVM, a couple of them. Making sure we have NRBs, the oxygen that goes over your face. Then the nasal cannulas, those are the ones that go in your nose. There's variations of them. We've got nebulizers. We'll keep going through here. Some oral airways. Make sure we have nasal airways. all of our advanced airways, and finally our suctioning hoses. We'll continue our way here. Here's a suctioning device on our ambulance itself, along with radios and ability to listen to music if we choose. We can change the temperature and turn on lights. So we keep coming through here. Here's one of our spots that we can sit. And then we get to our 12 lead. And again, you'll turn it on, make sure everything runs. We'll open up, make sure we have the proper equipment for it. We want to make sure we have AED pads as necessary. Some 12 lead stickers. Continue going through this, make sure we have the other set of our stickers. And just briefly looking, making sure everything's connected. Everything's good in there. We have our blood pressure cuff, our 12 leads, and finally to put on your finger to check your heart rate and your O2 sat. And so that's all good. So we'll continue through here. We've got a couple OB kits. And then we've got our pediatric stuff, so we're going to make sure again we have the nasal cannulas and the non-rebreathers. The nebulizer masks. Below here we have spare blood pressure cuffs. We've got straps for our backboards. Make sure those are there. Again, more pediatric stuff. We'll make sure we have BVMs, thermometers, and of course, fluffy teddy bears. Continuing through here. Next, we're looking at our collars. We want to make sure we have a handful of those. And headsets and both types for our backboards. And we've got some burn sheets and a variety of other tools. So here we have some medication that we can deliver through IV, and we're just going to make sure the expiration date's on that good. And we have some gloves right there. If we keep working our way around, here we're going to make sure we have our stethoscope and a manual blood pressure cuff, which we do. Up top here, we'll make sure we have towels that are clean. And then if we open this up, this is our IV kit as well. And it's the same thing that we saw in that big one. Just has, you know, different gauge needles. We've got some IV fluid, some tourniquets, everything we need to start an IV if we need to. So we come over here. Here's more stuff for bleeding control and splinting. We've got some cravats and some SAM splints. Here we've got a couple tourniquets to control bleeding. And our variety of gauze and band-aids in here. A bunch of hot and cold packs as necessary. And if we look underneath the seat here, here we're finding everything we need in terms of gowns and masks and goggles. These are our PPE kits for, as you know, COVID that is going on right now, but to help us protect ourselves and to protect you guys. In here we have some extra pillows and towels and blankets. And this obviously is the cot itself. And we'll just make sure that the oxygen is on and we have some O2 in it. then we're back here to the beginning where we started. We'll take out the trash and make sure all of our gloves are good. So as we go up front real quick if you'd like. Alright, so now we're in our cab of our ambulance. This is where obviously we drive to and from calls and to the hospital. In here I'm just looking to make sure we have gloves for our drivers and a safety vest. And, you know, make sure the radios are on and we're on our channel as necessary. Back here we have more protective gear. So we've got masks and goggles and gowns. Just make sure everything is good. Make sure we have our door opener. We'll test out our lights. We have red lights. Maybe do a quick little siren. Maybe.